Calling the kettle black is all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh! Oh, my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is
Wait,
over.
Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
He gave you...
no, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear.
50 Cent is out here proving once again that some beefs never expire. He just popped off on his ex Vivica A. Fox, and this time it's personal and petty. Folks online were buzzing after Vivica stepped out showing off her fresh body. Yes, she got herself a little BBL at nearly 60, and social media couldn't stop talking about it. And guess who came sliding into the mess right on cue? Yep, 50. At first it seemed like 50 was feeling her. He commented like he was impressed, even had some fans wondering if he was thinking about spinning the block and giving Vivica another shot. But just when you thought things might get cute, bam! He flipped the script and came at her neck, calling her body botched and claiming no man would want her now. Like, dang. But if there's one thing you should never do, it's underestimate Vivica Fox. She clapped back hard and even threw out some wild claims. She said 50's the last one who should be talking, accusing him of being on the DL and saying he wouldn't recognize a real woman if she hit him in the face. Now that's a swing.
It was like a huge learning lesson for me. You know, it was the first time that I went public with the relationship that I should have maybe taken the time to get to know him. Yes, Curtis.
Honestly, Vivica getting a BBL had people talking. Not because she can't, she's a grown woman, she can do what she wants, but because she's always been known for having that classic beauty and a body that turned heads way before any surgery. That's what made this move feel unexpected. Still, let's keep it real. Vivica been looking different for a few years now, and that's natural. People out here comparing her to her Kill Bill days like that was yesterday. That movie dropped over 20 years ago. She was in her 30s back then. She's about to be 61 now. Bodies change, that's life. And even with that, she still looks amazing for her age. But when she popped out in Houston recently to promote her hair brand, showing off her new look, people lost it. That BBL had the internet in a chokehold. Not just because she did it, but when she did it. Most women getting BBLs are in their 20s and 30s, not pushing retirement age. That didn't stop the internet from having opinions though. Comments were flying like, she already looked good for her age. She didn't need no more surgery. This is so risky at 60. Why take the chance? Our elders out here acting like they 35. It's wild. And just like that, 50 Cent slid into the convo saying, wait, let me see. At first, people weren't sure if he was throwing shade or being playful. Then he followed up with, who said I would spin the block? Man, I ain't gonna lie. That booty was good, though.
The relationship didn't work out, but the press lasted a lot longer than the relationship did. So, I mean,
why do you think the press does that? Why did they, like, vilify the woman? Because when I read that stuff, I was like, it's so ridiculous.
No, it wasn't the press. It was him.
Oh.
No, it was him. He was like, she's exploiting me. She's trying to use me for, you know, to get publicity, and which was so not true. I was about to be in a film with, you know, Oscar-winning actors, and I've been acting for years. But, you know, I just considered that ghetto love. That was his way of dealing with the breakup.
Like, what? Was he flirting or trolling? Fans were confused. Some thought he still had a thing for Vivica and maybe wanted to reconnect. But typical 50 couldn't help himself. He took it way too far. He posted a video showing Vivica in real life, where her body looked way different from the pics she shared online, and then tacked on one of her highly edited Instagram shots right after. The message was clear. He wanted people to roast her, and they did. Hard. Yeah, Vivica looked different in the video, but so what? Every celeb touches up their pics. That's just how the game works. From filters to Photoshop, nothing on social media is 100% real. So 50 knew exactly what he was doing, trying to spark drama and humiliate her publicly. But Vivica, she's no rookie. According to someone close to her,
what were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, The pot calling the kettle black is all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh!
Oh my Lord, please.
What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is
Wait,
over.
Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean, yes.
He gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
She wasn't surprised. She knows 50's petty streak runs deep, but this time, she's not just brushing it off. Word is, she's ready to stir up some serious problems for him if he doesn't back off. And knowing Vivica, she just might follow through. These two are the definition of chaotic energy. It's been over 2 decades since they split, but somehow they always find their way back to throwing jabs at each other like it's 2003. If anyone knows how to go toe-to-toe with 50 Cent, it's Vivica Fox. And this feud is only getting spicier. And these two, they've been locked in this wild back and forth for decades. It all kicked off at the 2003 BET Awards when 50 Cent laid eyes on Vivica Fox and got completely caught up in her beauty. The spark was instant. Fast forward just a few months to the MTV Video Music Awards. Boom. They hit that red carpet hand in hand, letting the whole world know it was official. No more whispers, no more rumors. The streets knew what it was. Back then, they were both riding high in their careers. 50 Cent had just dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, and man, that album was a monster, selling 12 million copies worldwide. Meanwhile, Vivica was doing her thing in Hollywood, booking hit after hit. Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Toucan Play That Game, Kill Bill, you name it. Together, they were unstoppable. And Vivica, she was falling for him, hard. 50 was treating her like a queen, buying gifts, making big moves. He even almost proposed. Allegedly, there was supposed to be a custom ring, 12 carats, no joke.
And you've said that energizes you.
yeah, definitely makes me happy. Keeps a pep in my step for sure.
But instead, she got earrings. Why? Because she made 50 mad and he switched up at the last minute. Petty alert. Now let's talk about how fast this fairy tale turned into a car crash. Everything started unraveling fast. Their relationship couldn't handle the spotlight. The media was on them 24/7. Every dinner.
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Okay. So I'll set the stage. They're in Monte Carlo. 50's got the ring in his pocket.
No.
That's
He was going to have a theater because I was excluded in the international tour of Kill Bill.
Every disagreement, every move was front page news. That kind of heat, it'll crack any foundation. But the real cracks, they came from inside. Vivica was in her late 30s, mature, seasoned. 50 was just 27, still young, wild, and reckless. His idea of privacy was non-existent. Give him a mic, a camera, or even a random person listening nearby, and he was spilling everything like it was a VH1 confession booth. Vivica wasn't about that mess. She wasn't trying to turn their private life into a soap opera. But 50 kept running his mouth in the final straw, the way he ended things.
Turn the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Not a sit-down, not a call, not even a message. Vivica found out she was single through a radio interview. Can you imagine waking up, turning on the radio, and hearing your man dumped you? That's stone cold. And it got worse. 50 ghosted her completely. No explanation, no closure, just vanished. Like a magician with no encore. And then he ran to the media, painting Vivica as a clout chaser, saying she used him for fame. Bruh, really? Vivica wasn't having it. She came back swinging, hard.
Man, my love life is great.
So like the first time, though, when Vivica gives you the go-ahead and says she's going to get naked in your bed, is it awesome?
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? Does she make a lot of noise?
Nah, she don't make a lot of.
She refused to let him flip the narrative and make her look thirsty. She stood tall, made it clear she was never chasing clout, and she wasn't about to let her name get dragged through the dirt for his entertainment. But 50 wasn't done being petty. He even threw shots at her on his music. On Get in My Car, he rapped about blowing money on a woman who thought she was wife material. And yes, everyone knew who he was talking about. He even had the nerve to say he was over her before he even began. Savage? Maybe. But unnecessary? Definitely. Vivica was hurt. She called it humiliating. And when she landed a role on Empire, 50 shaded her again, blaming the show's ratings drop on what he called too much gay stuff. The backlash was instant. People were not here for that take, and rightfully so. He tried to clap back, saying it was just jokes and blaming slow news days, but it was clear. The shots were personal. Vivica? She wasn't letting that fly. She clapped back with her own claims, hinting 50 had something low-key going on with Soulja Boy. Of all people, that sparked one of the wildest clapbacks in celeb beef history. 50 tried to say she forced him into things he didn't even want.
Dump you or you dumped her? Be honest.
Okay, I ain't calling no more.
Oh, really?
I just stop calling.
Really?
Well-
She told you to stop calling?
Nah, I stopped calling. I feel like her people was taking advantage of the situation as far as her publicist was concerned.
They were using you for publicity.
Good for you.
Nah, they couldn't have been using me for publicity because then, you know,
In a way, you're the hottest thing out there.
yeah, but in the then it would be, then we wouldn't have been together intimately.
Bringing up 50 Shades of Grey in the most awkward way ever. Vivica upped the ante, posting a never-before-seen photo of 50 wearing makeup with the caption challenging him to join her on Watch What Happens Live to clear the air, basically calling him out in front of the whole world. He never responded. Shocker. So here we are, all these years later, and these two are still locked in this love-hate chaos. Vivica may have her messy moments, but let's be honest, 50 is almost always the one firing the first shot, and now he's back at it again, clowning her over her BBL like it's his full-time job. At first, he made it seem like he liked it, said she looked good, hinted at maybe rekindling something, but the second the internet started talking, boom, he flipped, posted a shady video that made her look bad on purpose. It's that old school 50 again, Mr. Troll of the Century, but Vivica's not playing this time. Word is, she's warning him to back off or else, and she's allegedly still sitting on some major dirt that could make things very uncomfortable for him if she decides to spill. If anyone can check 50 at his own game, it's Vivica Fox, and this time, she's got backup, age, and a whole lot of receipts. Now we want to hear from you. Are you riding with Vivica, or are you backing 50 on this one? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're dying to see who y'all support. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping tea, straight from the source.